Hello students, good morning to all of you. Last period we are discussing about that production functions. Production function is the functional relationship in between that input and output, and that is that symbolically we have already discussed the Q equal to function of f1, f2, f3 up to that fn. Q is the quantity of output, f is the functions, and f1, f2, f3 these are the different kinds of physical inputs. If there are only two inputs, if that labor and is the capital, so that production function, that is Q equal to function of K and L. Q is that quantity of output produced, F is that function, and K is that capital, L is the labor. That was discussed in the last period. Besides this, we have already discussed there is that short run and long run. We are discussing that short period and long period. Short period is a period here there are that some fixed factors and only one factor is variables, and long period is a period where all the factors are variables. So today we will discuss that concepts of product, concepts of the products. And I was discussing in the last period there are three types of product. One is total physical product or the total product, another is that average product or average physical product, and third one is that marginal physical product or that marginal product. First of all, we will discuss what is the total physical product or TPP, or it is also to be called that TP, total product, total physical product or the total products. Total physical product or total product, it is defined as the total quantity of goods produced by a firm with a given output, given inputs during a specified period of time. Total physical product or total product is defined as the total quantity of goods produced by a firm. Suppose a firm which produce the different quantity of output, the total quantity of output which is produced by a firm with a given inputs. I was given the example, suppose farmer has the 2 acre of lands, this is that fixed factor, and the labor is the variable factor which is to be called that, here is the inputs, and the raw materials or that seeds, fertilizers, etc. which are using, these are the fixed, and only that one variable factor, that is the labor, which is the changeable during a specified period of time. That means the duration of the process of the productions, that is to be called that specified period of time. So now it is clear what is the total physical product or total product, which is defined as the total quantity of goods produced by a firm with the given inputs during a specified period of times. And I was told also, the symbolically we may write total physical product equal to summation of marginal product, that I will discuss later on, or total physical product equal to average physical product into M. Total physical product equal to average physical product into L. These are the two formula. One is the total physical product or total product is equal to summation of MP, or second one formula which is the total physical product or total product equal to average physical product or average product in N. That we will discuss in the later on. Both these curve, when we will know the total physical product, average physical product and marginal physical products, that time we will discuss in detail. But first of all, we have to discuss the what is the shape of the total physical products or total product. Dear students, we have already known the total physical product is the total quantity of goods produced by a firm with the given inputs during a specified period of time. And I have already said that whenever we are discussing the production function, in your syllabus, that is that one factor is only the variable factors and other factors are the fixed factors or the constants. So suppose here a farmer is producing the output, he has that 2 acre land which is the fixed factors. So one is the fixed factor, that is land. The land may be the 2 acres and here there are some inputs that may be the rupees 2000 inputs which is used by a farmer, and he will use that variable factor. He will use that variable factor. That variable factor is the labor. Variable factor, that is labor. Units of labor we have to employ more and more. So whenever the labor is to be employed in that with that fixed factor, there must be the some product. That product may be here the total physical product, or it is to be called that TPP. This is the example of my imaginary examples when the fixed factor 2 acres lands and 2000 rupees, 0 unit of the variable factor, the total physical product will be 0. It means if we will not employ that any labor, at that time the total physical product will be 0. Suppose the farmer employed that first unit of labor in that 2 acre lands and that 2000 rupees, that is first unit labor, and he will produce that output 4 units of outputs, 4 units of the outputs. Whenever you will employ that second unit of variable factors with that land 2 acres and the 2000 rupees, then the total product may increase 4 units to 10 units. Similarly, the labor, third labor, when it will be employed with this fixed factor, that is land and 2000 rupees, the total product increases 10 to 18 units. Similarly, the farmer employed that 4 units of labor with that fixed factor, that 2 acres of land and 2000 rupees, so that productivity also increases 18 to 24. And again fifth labor is employed with that 2 acres land and that rupees 2000 rupees. The output is now 24 to 28 units of output. Similarly, the farmers will employ that 6 units of labor with that fixed factor, the land and 2000 rupees, the total product will be that 30. That increases from 28 to 30. Similarly, when that farmer will employ that 7th unit of labor, there with that fixed factor 2 acres lands and 2000 rupees, the total physical product will remain same, that is 30. And whenever the farmer employed that 8 unit labor with that fixed factor 2 acres of land and the 2000 rupees, the total product, now we guess it, whether it will be increase or decrease. No doubt the total physical product will be decreased to 28 from that 38. So gradually that number of labor will be employed more and more, the total product will be go on decrease. So this is that one kinds of schedule of that total products by using that labor more and more with that fixed factor, the total physical product will be like this. Now we can draw this diagram. This is that x-axis and this is that y-axis. Y-axis represents the units of labor and y-axis represents the total product in units, TP or total product in units. So this is the first unit labor, second unit, third unit, fourth unit, fifth unit, 6, 7, 8, 9 like this. And the production, total product will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28 and 30. And minus is not given here. Zero labor of variable factor, zero level of that output. First units of variable factor employed, total product is 4. Second unit labor when we employed, total product is 10. Third unit of variable factor employed, total physical product is 18. Fourth labor employed, the total product increases 18 to 24. And fifth labor employed, that is the 28. Sixth labor employed, that is the 30. And seventh labor employed, that is also 30. Eighth labor is the 28. Now we'll join all these points. 0, 0, 1, 4, 2, 10, 3, 18, 4, 24, 5, 28, 6, 30, 7, 30, and 8 is the 28, like this. So this is called the total product curve, TP or the total product curve. This is the total physical product or the total product curve. We can draw it in the freehand also, like this. Okay. So what we are observing from this diagram and the table, that total product rises at increasing rate. From that 0, it means first increase कितना हो गया, 0 to 4 is that 4 units, 4 to 10 6 units, and 10 to 18 8 units, and 18 to 6 units. These are the rest. This is the 0 to 4 units. 4 to 10 how much increase? 6. 10 to 18 how much increase? 18. 18 to 24 how much it increase? 6. 4, 6, 8 till to this point A. This is called the point of inflections. The total product increases at an increasing rate. It means up to that 4, 6, 10, 8, 18. So up to this, the total product increases at increasing rate. Up to A. After that, total product increases 18 to 24, 6, and 24 to 28, 4 and 2, then it is 0. Then again it starts to decline. Leave it. So then total product increases at a decreasing rate, and that is up to that point B. This is the B. Now it is clear. First total product increases at increasing rate up to the A. Then total product increases up to that B, where that total product is maximum. Again, after that points, it starts to decline. That is 0, then 2, 28, then it goes on decline. So that is the total product is maximum at point B, or we may say that C. The total point is maximum. Remember it, whenever we are discussing that marginal utility and total utility, at the time marginal utility is 0, total product is maximum. And when the marginal utility is negative, total utility starts to decline. So here is that point C, where the total product is maximum. After that, if we will employ the more labor, 7th labor to 8th unit labor, one labor we are added more, that time the total product decreases or the total product falls. So this is the shape of the total physical product curve or the total product curve. Now we are clear about that total physical product or the total product curve. Second concept is the average product. Second concept is the average product. Second concept is that average product. Write down average product or AP. Because average product I have to draw on the same curve, that is why I did not erase it. So average product, what is the average product? Average product is the product which is defined the amount of output produced per unit of the variable factor. Average product is that per unit of the variable factors. What is average product? Average product is that per unit of the variable factors. Per unit of the variable factors. Per unit of the variable factor. That is called the average product. It means average product is defined as the amount of output produced by or the per unit of the variable factor. That is, symbolically we may say that total product divided by L. Total product divided by L. Here the TP is the total physical product, or L is the units of labor. It means average product equal to total product divided by L, or total physical product divided by L, or that units of the labor. For example, the total product is that 4. So average product will be total product divided by L, 4 divided by 1 equal to 4. 10 divided by 2 equal to 5. 18 divided by 3 equal to 6. 24 divided by 4 equal to 6. 28 divided by 5. 5 5 ja 25. 3 5 6 ja 30. 5.6. Similarly, 30 divided by 6 equal to 5, and 30 divided by 7 equal to 7 4 ja 28. 2 7 3 ja 21, or 28 divided by 8 equal to 8 3 ja 24. 4 that is 40. 8 6 ja 48. 3.5. So this is the average product. So average product equal to, that is total product divided by labor. So it means total product 4 divided by 1 equal to 4. This is 4 divided by 1. This is 10 divided by 2. This is 18 divided by 3. This is 24 divided by 4. This is 28 divided by 5. This is 30 divided by 6. And this is 30 divided by 7. And this is 28. 28 divided by 8. We got this, that average product. So, what is the average product? Average product is defined as the amount of output produced, that is produced per unit of the variable factor. That variable factor is here labor, and that much employed by a farmer, that is to be called that average physical product. Now we will draw this diagram about that average physical product or average product. So first 0, first case 1, 4, and that average product is 4. This is the points. Second is 5. Second units of labor, that average product is 5. Third unit labor, third units of labor, that is that 6. Fourth unit labor, that is also 6. Fifth unit labor, that is 5.6. for 5.6. Sixth unit labor, that is 5. And seventh unit labor 4.3. And eighth unit labor 3.5. This is called that average product. This is called that average product. So here is that we told that average product is the product per unit of the variable factors, or symbolically we may say that average product equal to total product divided by labor. So we find out this average product as per our formula, that is total physical product divided by variable factor, that is unit of labor. So 4 divided by 1, 4, 5, 6, 5.6, 5, 4 and 3. So we draw that this is that average product curve. This is that average product curve. So remember it, although I have not drawn this average product curve from 0, but average product curve also starts from the 0. Remember it. Some of the books it is not written, but you remember that average product curve also start from that 0. And average product curve, if we will draw that in freehand, this will be the shape which is called the reverse U-shaped. Reverse U-shaped curve, or it is called that inverted U-shaped curve. It is also called inverted U-shaped curve. Inverted, एक more questions. Inverted U-shaped curve. Average physical product curve. Inverted U-shaped curve. It means this average product curve, which is to be called that inverted U-shaped curve. Inverted U-shaped curve. Total product, firstly total product increases at increasing rate, then increases at diminishing rate, then it reaches the maximum, then it starts to decline. But average product is that reverse U-shaped or inverted U-shaped curve. So when I was discussing the total product, at that time I was said that two formula. One is that total product equal to, or total physical product equal to summation of marginal product, and second formula average product into L, or units of labor. See it. This is that average product into L equal to total products. 4 into 1 is 4, 5 into 2 is 10, 6 into 3 equal to 18, 6 into 4 equal to 25, 5.6 into 5 equal to 28, 5 into 6 equal to 30, 4.3 into 7 equal to 30, 3.5 into 8 equal to 28. So whenever we multiply into the average product into units, this is the units of labor, and this is the average product. So average product into units of labor equal to total products. So that was the formula, average product equal to total product divided by L, and total product equal to average product into L. And next one, that is the marginal product. You have already known that marginal utility. Marginal utility is the total, marginal is the net additional of the total utility when one more units of the commodity are consumed by a consumer. That you have known from the utility chapters. So similarly, that time I was said that marginal utility of N equal to total utility of N minus total utility N minus 1. Marginal utility N equal to total utility of N minus 1. Here is also same, marginal product of N equal to total product N minus total product N minus 1. So I was told at the time, marginal utility is the net additional of the total utility. Here is the net addition of the total product when more unit of variable factor is employed. When one more variable factor is employed, that is called that marginal product. Or symbolically, marginal product N equal to total product N minus total product N minus 1. We will find out here the marginal product. Marginal product equal to total product. Suppose first unit case, or this is that initial stage, so it will be 4, 10 minus 4 equal to 6, 8 minus 10 equal to 8, 24 minus 8 equal to 6, 28 minus 24 equal to 4, 30 minus 28 equal to 2, 30 minus 30 equal to 0, and 28 minus 30 equal to minus 2. These are the number of marginal product when the total product increases like 4, 10, 18, 24, 28, 30, 30 and 28. So this is to be called that example or schedule of that total product schedule with respect to that marginal product, average product and that total products. So in this case, marginal product equal to one formula, total product n minus total product n minus 1, and second one is that change in the total product divided by change in the labor. This formula is implemented. Suppose here that one by one only one more variable factor is employed, one, next one added, next one added. But when there is that more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, so that changes, that is the delta L, and the total product increases, change in that 4 to 10, 10 to 18, that is the change in the total products. So that is that another formula. This is the formula number 1. This is the formula number 2. Marginal product equal to change in the total product divided by change in the labor. So in the total physical product, I was told at that time, total product is the summation of the marginal product. Total product is the summation of the marginal product. So leave it this 4 plus 6, 10. 4 plus 6 equal to 10. 6 plus 8 plus 4 equal to 18. 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 6 equal to 24. And 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 6 plus 4 equal to 28. And 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2 equal to 30. And plus 0 equal to 30. And minus 2 equal to 28. So here is the formula which is implemented. MPN equal to total product n minus total product n minus 1. Or what formula I was said that total physical product equal to summation of marginal physical product. Now you proved that why that formula was written at that time. That is that total physical product equal to summation of marginal physical product or MP. And second formula it was that marginal product equal to total physical product equal to average physical product into L. Now we'll draw that marginal product curve. We'll draw the marginal product curve or marginal physical product curve. That is O x-axis units of variable factor, that is labor, and y axis, that is that suppose marginal product. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like this, and 8 also, and it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 and 10, and this is that minus 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So first unit of labor, that time marginal product curve is how much? 4. Marginal product curve is 4. Second unit variable factor, marginal product curve is 6. Third case, marginal physical product curve is 8. Fourth case, it starts to decline, that is 6. Fifth case, it is 4. Sixth case, it is 2. And seventh case, it is the 0. And eighth case, this is the minus 2. So the product curve is like this. This is the marginal product curve. This is that marginal physical product or marginal product curve. So here is the marginal product curve. Firstly it increases, then it starts to decline, and it reaches to 0, then it starts to decline, which is to become the negatives. So this is your homework now. You will draw that combined total physical product, marginal product and average physical product in a single diagram. This is your homework. Draw that marginal product, average product and the total product in a single diagram and find out the relationship in between that average product, marginal product, total product and marginal product. This is the homework for yourselves. Thank you.